I want to use local preference in my network. I'm going to be on R7, and I want to use local preference to choose which router I'm going to go up to. So I'm, in fact, going to influence how traffic is leaving Autonomous System 64501. Let's see what we can see right now. Do a show IP BGP, and we can see that to get to all of the 10 networks over there, we're going through router 5. Now I want to do some load balancing. I want to get half of these going through R5 and half going through R6. We can do that. And so how are we going to do that? I think I want to do it on R6. And you can see the local preference is 100. So if I want R6 to be chosen for the bottom two pathways, I'm going to need to up the local preference value. That's the way that I would do it. Up the local preference value for these two specifically. Those two specifically. Okay. And maybe I'll lower them for when I don't want to be the chosen pathway. I'm going to do this on R6. And got a lot of stuff going on. Let's clear that off. We're going to do IP access list, standard, local preference, spelled right. Not like it has to be spelled right, but preference. Oh. Okay, so we're going to do permit. Oh, I don't like what I've done here. Oh, that'll work. Yep. So 10, 32. Could have actually done this with a nicer little .31, but that'll work. Okay, so that's going to match the bottom two prefixes. Let's build our route map now. Route map, BGP local pref 10, permit 10. I always am verbose about my route map entries. Match IP address. Copy that, just in case I typoed it. Set local preference. And I want these to be higher, so we'll make something outrageous like 800. And then for another sequence, I'm going to set the local preference to something really low, like 40. We'll attach this to our neighbor, statement to R4. I got to choose in. Has to be in for local preference. In. Okay. Do show IP BGP. Hasn't really influenced anything, right? Well, it's because I want to clear my neighbor. So do clear IP BGP. In. Looking great. All those funky values. I wanted to choose big numbers to influence us. So 40 is lower than the default. 800 is higher. Let's go to R7. I'll do an up arrow here. Whoa. Big difference. Big difference now. So we're going through .5 to get to the top networks, and .6 to get to the bottom networks. So BGP policy, again, affected by local preference. Very powerful configuration, and make sure that you've done it in a way that affects your policy in the desired manner. Just because you can mess around with some numbers doesn't mean you don't want to really carefully think about what you've affected and the outcome of that small alteration in a numeric value. There can be huge effects and huge changes as a result of these tiny little numerical changes.